Well, hello everybody. How you guys doing? Oh, hold on, let me. Do I have my just chatting screen? Yes, I do. I was messing around with my model a little bit, and let's just say I ended up breaking everything. So if my model rigging looks a bit too stiff or something, it's probably because I accidentally broke it. And you know, never do last minute removals or last minute adjustments before you're about to go live, or else, well, things are not gonna go your way. But how you guys doing? Hello, it's about to be Christmas, everybody. Girl, when I tell you, I had so many good achievements that I wanted to do this year, like New Year goals, if you will, New Year wishes. I wanted to either find a job, become famous, or get a boyfriend. At least we have health, guys. At least we have health. At least we have each other. At least I'm healthy. At least we have not yet met the Grim Reaper and our creators. So you know what? We're gonna take the wins where we can get them, because, or if I don't, then I'm gonna be pretty depressed about it later. Oh, girl. Seriously, when I tell you I thought this was gonna be my year, and it's not that it was a bad year, not by any means of the world. Why am I all the way over here? Well, Anyway, it wasn't a bad year by any means of the word. It's just, it just kind of felt like it was a year of doing too much work in the background. Like, I had a lot to figure out about myself this year, you know, in terms of my content, what I wanted to do, and, you know, upgrade, stuff like that. Hold on, I'm putting my thing on the floor. I hate when I really wish that the tracking would not go crazy just when I go out of frame. Like, can you stop? Thank you. Anyway, there's been a lot that I've been doing in the background this year. I've been working on bigger projects that I cannot show you. I've been working on what I want to do as a VTuber and how I want to get the goals that I want to have. And then there is, you know, the occasional seasonal depression, you know, the occasional I feel too sad to work. That is what happens. So I guess this year has been more of a transitional year for me, not so much a year where I've been popping my pussy off, as people say this time of the year, I suppose. I don't really know what I'm saying. Anyway, so to not bore you guys too much with my personal life story, let's talk about what we're gonna do today. Today is the last boy in our series of holoarmis winter jackets. We have the one, the only Octavio. Octavio with no last name, apparently. He made it really, really easy for you to find him. If I were to give him a last name, I just thought like Octavio Symphonia or something, like something musical, something fun. But yeah, this man truly is something. I'm gonna be honest with you. I struggled. The reason why I delayed the stream from Wednesday to today, I struggled coming up with something with him. Like coming up with an idea that I wanted, which is, you know, it's kind of the purpose of these streams. I'm supposed to kind of do that here. But it just kind of felt like I was too unprepared of what I wanted to do with him. Because as much as he is part of Holostars, I don't really watch him a lot. And that was the thing, like, of the holoarmis boys, I think I watch him the least, so I know very little about him. What I do know is that he's very... Listen. What I know is that he is maybe a tad, maybe a little bit mentally ill, if you will. He's a tad mentally not here. And, you know, that's okay because, well, he's a VTuber. All of us VTubers have something wrong with us, either body or mind. That's the reason why we are VTubing in the first place. Most of us just do push off the inevitable fact that you are gonna die one day and that you are sick. You know? Or, well, to me, it started more of a... It started more with being just something to do while the pandemic was going on. So yeah, I don't know much about him, so I'm going more so with the way that he kinda looks right now. Which is, basically, he's a Victorian child. It's giving Oliver. It's giving, please, I want some more. You know? And by that meaning, I decided to give him something more akin to a cape. I know some of you bitches are gonna come at me and say, no, that's not a jacket. What are you talking about? Listen. There's so many different types of jackets, right? And it was hard to come up with one that would fit him. And seeing as I don't really know him as an entertainer as much, I was kind of running out of options. Being genuine, I was running out of options. So you know what? I just went with the first thing that I thought of, which is just a cape. Unlike Gold Bullet, Gerard, or Ruse, I don't really I cannot pinpoint a particular clothing style that would remind me of him, except for, you know, what his current design is, which is just Victorian Child 101. So yeah, that's what I'm going for. That's what I base myself on. Now, I left the art category for 2 days. Let's be honest. I left for like 4 days, a week. I left for 1 week. And somehow the art category was turned upside down. And now I am genuinely terrified that I'm gonna get banned. Because if you guys don't know, recently they did a Twitch TOS alteration in which they allowed artistic nudity, and then people went haywire and essentially turned it into Pomuhub. So they kind of had to go back with it. And there were a lot of hate raids going on and stuff like that. And so, to avoid getting my cheeks clapped by the art police, we've decided to give Bob a bit more support, to say the least, you know? Bob is our trusty handy-dandy mannequin that we have here. Say hello, Bob. And the thing about him is that he, unfortunately, doesn't have legs. So I thought, what can we do better to support him, to give him the support that his legs cannot give him, than to give some support to his bobs, you know? And it also prevents me from getting banned by the fact that, you know, it's male-presenting nipple. I know that male-presenting nipple usually doesn't have any issues, but I'd rather not take any chances. I worked too hard on this place for me to get shut down. So, you know, we give him Bob some more dignity. The dignity that he doesn't have because he doesn't have legs and he doesn't have a wig. So, yeah, from now on, Bob is gonna, you know, have what is basically a sports bra. But hey, even men need support from time to time. Even men need a way to prevent their knuckers to be knocking into each other, which is impossible, but you know what I mean. Although I would say, as somebody who does have a bit of a boobage situation going on, sometimes they do knock against each other. Sometimes they do, which is surprising to say the least. Now, we're gonna take our little subject right here. Little is not really a subject I will put into this man. Okay, before I get into what the design of today is and whatnot, right? I need to have a conversation with you, holo live gays and girls. You guys don't know what a twink is, right? You guys really don't know what a twink is, right? Because to me, this is not a twink. This is a tonk, Mary. Like, he's not built that much like a twink. And that's particularly because of his shoulders. Now, I am aware he has big shoulder pauldrons. He's compensating for something, I guess. But I do not think that this man is a twink. I think he just happens to be a broad man with a baby face. And so, I would like to call an assembly with the whole life girls and gays to really figure out what's going on here, because to me this is not giving twink. This is giving, what's it giving? It's giving twunk, but on the little thinner side. Like, it doesn't read too thin enough for me. Now, I'm aware that he's a bit of a stick. He's still a stick. But I don't know. I genuinely think it's just the baby face. I think if he didn't have a baby face, he wouldn't register as a twink. But yeah, body type, he's not a twink. That's a tonk. And honestly, I'm not beating the gays are superficial allegations on this one. I'm really not, because, well, I'm paying attention to this, right? But I don't know. I just felt bothered about it. I felt bothered about the fact that people are calling him a twink. It's just, I don't see a twink. I don't see it. I know a twink when I see it. And this is not one in front of me, you know? So we gotta set the cards straight. We gotta know our men. We gotta know the type of men that we are simping for before we kinda ruin everything. So yeah, I don't think this man is a twink, and you can fight me about it. In fact, I invite you to. If you Whole Life fans are listening right now, please give me some engagement. I would love to fight with you about the fact that Octavio is not a twink. Now, I will admit to something now. It does feel a bit of a cop-out when with giving him a cape, right? Because he already is kind of wearing one. It's not a cape, let's be honest. It's a... I wouldn't call it a trench coat. Well, I guess it's kind of trench coaty. He has a coat, is the point. He has a coat, right? That he's kind of already wearing as a cape because, well, he has to be special and different because otherwise, well... I guess it would be too much to... I think he's allergic to wearing his sleeves, right? So... We needed to give him some more accommodations, apparently. So, when bearing that in mind, I feel like this is a cop-out. It genuinely feels like I'm not being, like, creative enough for this. But, Mary, I've already been. Like, I feel like I'm running out of juice. And that might be just because it's the end of the year, that I'm running out of creative juices to do this. But that's also part of the reason why I decided to make this a different type of series when it came to doing collections and stuff. Because I do have creative juices, don't get me wrong, but I had to be really inspired by them, and I love all of the Armis boys so much. They inspire me to create a lot. But at some point, after you've been doing this for a little bit, you kind of start running into the issue of like, okay, are things starting to look like something I've already done before? And I think that is just something that happens as a creative, and indeed as a person who has horrible memory. Like, I shit you not, Mary, I genuinely forget what I talk about. I really do. Like, it is concerning from time to time how much I forget about what I've already talked about. Like, I think in the past, I repeated myself 4 times in the same stream. I'm not joking. And I think it's either 2 things. It's either it's dementia or I just really don't pay attention to what I'm talking about. And either or is not a fun idea to really have around, you know? Because I'm pretty sure nowadays that if you were to like go back into my bots, you'll probably find a couple instances of me repeating myself. And it's not a fun perspective. I come to live with the fact that I'm going to repeat myself regardless of what I do. Because, well, sometimes a joke is too good to only be told once, you know? And other times it's just I don't really know what I talk about and I feel like being funny. But that's also something I want to talk about as a Vtuber, and I don't really know if anyone else in the Vtuber community feels this way. I know I do, but content and creations in general have to serve one purpose. It's either educational or entertaining. And I don't particularly feel strongly either way. In what way do I mean this? Like, I feel like I am not quite entertaining enough for me to call my content entertaining, but I'm also not teaching anything, you know? So it's just kind of this battle of trying to make content that you enjoy, but also feeling like who will watch this, you know? And so I try to always put I try to always think of something funny to talk about, or a funny way to retell something, which is exhausting, let's be honest. If I am completely and absolutely honest with you guys, one of the reasons why I also put like delayed this stream a bit was because I genuinely felt like I had nothing to talk about. Like I felt like I had nothing to contribute that day when it came to being entertaining and being on camera. So I just postponed it because I genuinely wanted to like think of topics I could talk about. And still, sometimes the topics don't really turn out the way that I want them to, you know? Because, for example, one of the reasons why I repeat myself a lot, and probably what contributes to my bad memory, is the fact that I want to tell stories in a way that are funny. And so I end up repeating myself a lot. Let's just say, for example, I want to tell a story about, I don't know, I went to Walmart, right? So I went to Walmart and, you know, I went to Walmart because I wanted to get something from the fruit aisle, right? I wanted to get some produce. And, well, I went to get this produce. And, you know, it just, you know, I think of different ways to say something. So when I have to edit it, I then, you know, find the best idea that I had while during this rant, and then, you know, it makes for good content. But living life like that is a bit exhausting. And I know I shouldn't be like that way about myself and my content, but you know, I always feel like you gotta contribute something. You have to have something to contribute to the genre, or else it's just like, what do you bring to the table? What are you doing? And perhaps this is a toxic mentality to have, right? But part of me doesn't really view this as a hobby. I want it to be more than a hobby. I want it to be my livelihood, you know? I want to have a good community. I want to have a job doing this because I genuinely do enjoy it. I really do. When I don't think too hard about it, when I'm just being myself, have fun, and, you know, perhaps I had some conversations to think about, I just have fun with it. It doesn't feel too terribly bad. But then there are some times where it genuinely feels like I'm not doing anything. Now, normally people say stuff like, well, you gotta do it because you enjoy it. And yes, I do enjoy content creation, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of fun doing this. Like, if I didn't do it, believe me, it's hard to get me to do something I don't enjoy, which is the reason why I take forever editing things. It is really hard for me to not do something I enjoy. I really, really have to enjoy it for me to be able to do it. And, well, if I didn't enjoy this, I wouldn't be doing it. Ah, shit, Bob, don't get me... Bob, please return back to your spot. Don't get me banned. Oh my god, that was dangerous. Anyway, what was it talking about? Oh yeah, it's hard for you to get me to do something I don't enjoy. Period. If you really want me to do something, you either must make me spiteful about it, which is not a good mindset, or I have to enjoy it so much that the pain of doing it immensely outweighs the the pain of doing it immensely is immensely it is smaller than than the effort. How do I explain this? Sorry, my brain is a little bit scatterbrained right now. I'm not liking this figure. Sorry. Back to one. I think that the best way for me to go about these kind of things is to just do what I enjoy in the moment and hope and pray that what I enjoy, others enjoy it as well. Because there's also the thing of, what a lot of people say is people are here for you. People are here because of you. People come to watch you. And while that is true to a certain extent, it is not an end-all be-all situation. I feel like that is true for the bigger content creators out there. People like Sender, Shoto, even the Niji and Holo people. That is true for them. But not always. And actually, most of the time is not that way. Because even I, who, don't tell him this, I am a big Russo simp, sorry. Even I don't watch him every day. For one, it's just I'm not really that fun on streams. I know, a streamer who's not fun of streaming. Oh my god, groundbreaking. For one, I am not too fond of watching streams. I prefer to watch either clips or bots. And also, I just don't, as much as I enjoy the person, I'm not, if I'm not enjoying myself, I'm just going to do something that I enjoy to do or enjoy to watch. Because we're not really here to just watch something we're not fond of or want to watch in the first place, you know what I mean? Like, life is too short for you to just see something that you don't enjoy and still try to consume it anyway. Which is why I'm like, I always get so confused when people get into fights on like Twitter about something they don't like. It's just like, if you don't like it, then don't watch it, you know? Type situation. So, yeah. I'm struggling with that right now. Trying to be an entertaining person, somebody who's worthwhile watching, while also enjoying what I'm doing. Because in one sense, it should not be mutually exclusive. It really should not. But in the other sense, not everybody's gonna watch what you do. And it's not personal. Let's be honest, it's not personal. It can feel personal. It can be. It absolutely can. Because sometimes you have people who, no matter what they do, they always have the same amount of viewers. You see the same people all day, every day. And then when you're by yourself with your chat, or you're alone, it is easy for it to feel personal, for you to just go, is it me? Am I the problem? Am I the drama? Am I not being this? Am I not being that? And it's so easy, and it's such a dangerous ball to fall in, because that is how you start. That is how burnout can start in many cases. You feel like your work is amounting to nothing. And I was in that spot earlier. Not this month, but like a few months ago, I was feeling that way. Because I feel like there is a lot of How do I say this in a way that doesn't make sense? Hold on, let me think. I'm trying to think right here. I know, thinking is not something I do often, but I'm trying to think. When I started Vtubing, no, hold on. Let me do it that way. Okay, hold on. Vtubing is a lonely career path, and not just Vtubing, any kind of content creator. It can be very lonely because sometimes your struggles, you cannot share them with anyone. And even let's say that you started with people, you started streaming with people, friends, or perhaps you met them on Twitter and you were like, you got along so well that you wanted to like start streaming with them and do collabs and stuff like that. But the grind, it's hard on the body and the mind. It's hard. And so, because becoming a content creator is not easy, it's never been easy, and it has not gotten easier. You have friends who either burn out and flicker out, or it works from some others, and you now have friends who are bigger than you, much more bigger than you. Perhaps you have drifted away in some way, shape, or form, and now you might feel like you're not up to their standards, or you start feeling like you can no longer contribute anything to the transaction. So it just becomes this bad feedback loop of just I am not enough for me to hang out with this person, and other people are starting to view me that way because I am at the stage of content creation where I know what I'm doing. I just haven't been doing it long enough. And so I am at a mid-size. I'm not big. I'm small. But I'm also not beginner small. You know what I mean? And because of that, if you're not good at networking like I am, despite being an extrovert, I am horrible at networking with people and making sure that their needs are being met as well as mine. It just, you start feeling trusted. You start feeling like there is not a lot of people around for you to talk to about this kind of stuff. And even when you do find them, if they're bigger than you, you feel like, well, I feel like I'm just putting my troubles on you. Or if they're smaller than you, you don't want to discourage them. So, yeah, it's hard. It's hard for you. It's hard for people. It's hard for me to be able to find something, a middle ground of just wanted to have friends in the Vtuber community, and feeling like a leech every single time I try to, because you know, it's fun being friends with people, but content creation is transactional. And even if you want to be friends with somebody bigger than you, you have to start having something to offer, right? It's just how it is. And perhaps it is my toxic mentality. But oftentimes, if I feel like I don't offer anything to them, I just don't contact them. Or if I do contact them, I get ghosted because, well, I'm not really offering anything, you know? I am small, I don't have a viewership, and that's not to say that I don't appreciate the people who come here, or the people who have found me on YouTube and TikTok and have watched my stuff and have liked my stuff regardless of what it is. That's not what I mean to say. But I think it is not unfair for me to say that I don't have a viewership. And that's just how it be sometimes. All I gotta do is keep going and, well, hope that people are gonna find me eventually. Hope that the holoarmis boys don't find me, because if they do, I'm gonna be extremely embarrassed. Really embarrassed of what I said and done in these streams. Lord. Sometimes I think about how embarrassing of a person I am. Like, you know, I go like, well, I feel bad that people don't want to be my friends and whatnot, but then I realize, bitch, have you looked in the mirror? Have you seen who you are? Because, like, you're a weirdo. And that's okay. I can be a weirdo. That's also one thing that you gotta be careful of, not changing too much of yourself for somebody else. You gotta be somebody you like to be. And at the current moment, I like who I am. And if you don't like it, well, then get the fuck out, Mary. That got so much deeper than I meant it to be. I was supposed to be talking about something fun about Octavio. And then I started talking about, you know, mental illness and whatnot, you know, because he's mentally ill just as much as every other Vtuber you ever met. And now we're here. Now we are here, and I don't know where I'm going, and I am terrified to find out. Oh Lord, I am struggling with this cape. I'm not really sure what I want with him. That's the issue. Okay, let me analyze real quick. Let me analyze real quick what is his current aesthetic and what I can translate. Because I think I'm kind of just going too blindly at it, and that's just not gonna help me. So he has this symbol, these loops, like all of these loops. The infinity symbol, I think what it's called. So can we play with that? Can I play with that symbol? He also has a fuck ton of ruffles, which is fair. He's a Victorian man, so can I play with that? I'm not sure if I want to do scallops again. Although scallops is kind of my signature at this point. I just love scallops. I don't want to entirely copy what he has. Okay, you know what? If scallops is what it should be, scallops is what it shall be. I am tired of pretending that I'm not a man of scallops. I love scallops. Also, for those who don't know, scallops is the rounded edges that some fabrics and some clothing have. For example, this. That is what a scallop is. If you ever wonder what they are named, that's their name. Okay, why did I delete the guide? I'm stupid. Scallops are not normally like used very often on clothing unless you are a child, particularly a female child, because they tend to be seen as childish. I don't think so. I think it's a softer ruffle. They can also be called scallop ruffles. Fun fact for you. So you know it does have a certain aesthetic attached to it, but then again, he has a baby face. Why am I worrying about this? He will probably suit it. Like, let's be honest here. He'd be probably very suited for this type of wear. I don't know why I'm too worried about it. What we can do though is, because I don't want to leave a scallop edge, because I already done that with gold bullet, I can do a ruffle. He has these very like squarish ruffles. I forget what they're called. Pleats? Yeah, he has these like very square pleats. It's a pleated. He's basically wearing two pleated skirts, like strapped to his ankles. So I kind of want to play around with that. See how I feel about it. Okay, maybe clarify the shape a little bit, Mary, because you're not really seeing what you're seeing right now. Did that make sense? Absolutely not. Do I care? Kind of. Should I care? Probably. Does my ass hurt? Yep. Hold on. I need to readjust my seat. You know, for me being primarily a streamer because of the fact that no single job wants me, I should really invest in a better chair. I really should, because Mary, no wonder why I don't have no ass. It's getting squashed by the burden of my own weight, the burden of its own thickness. Oh Lord. Like, my ass is so thick, bitch, that when I sit on it, it's just too fat and it flattens under its own way. We're kind of being dangerously close to what he is right now. But I'm just gonna truck along. I'm gonna truck along because I don't really have any ideas. And part of this process is figure out ideas. I was just a little bit too distracted talking about my feelings. Which I hope it doesn't bother some of you. I know that most of you just come here to have a fun time, relax and whatnot. So I'll try to avoid talks like that for the future. But sometimes it's good to talk about it, you know? Sometimes it's good to just let out the feelings out and be like, hey, I feel like I suck. And then you either get positive reinforcement or you get feedback. Which, feedback is probably one of the things I appreciate a lot about like the friends that I've been making recently. Perhaps not necessarily in the Vtuber community, but Vtuber adjacent is just having people who will tell you the tea how it is really good. Find your friends that don't give you toxic positivity. Because on the one part, it's so easy, man. It's so easy to just tell somebody you're doing great. But sometimes they really are not doing great. And maybe they're doing their best. But their best is sometimes just needs a little bit more polishing. You also have to have... Okay, don't take my advice to face value, though. Don't take my advice to face value, because you also have to be careful to who you tell this kind of things. Because there's two things, right? Number one, you have to tell people like that when they are ready to listen to that kind of thing, to listen to that kind of harsh truth. Because I made the mistake before of trying to be like, you know, helpful like that to somebody, and it blew up in my face. So just make sure that if you're going to give advice to somebody, make sure that they're ready to receive it. Because it can really backfire. So yeah, that's the advice of the day, guys. Be careful with your advice. When you have advice, make sure that you know what the fuck you're talking about. But I wonder, do you guys agree with what I'm saying? Like, even if you're not a content creator yourself, do you agree with the general sentiment of it? Or do you disagree? And if you disagree, tell me why. You know, I like having productive conversations. Conversations that feel like they amount to something. Because it's very easy to to stay in an echo chamber. And unfortunately, echo chambers don't really help you improve or get a new perspective on things. They are quite in fact, they are the opposite of what you should be doing if you care for any kind of feedback. Why is my model going crazy? Hello? Jesus. See, partly the reason why I was messing around with the tracking and whatnot is because my model tends to do that thing of it going incredibly crazy about it. More so ever since I got this mic, now that I think about it. Because I gotta be close to the mic for it to listen to me, for it to understand my feelings. And well, if you know anything about microphones, is that depending on the type of microphone you have, you gotta give it some you gotta give it a helping hand for it to understand you properly. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Do I know what I'm gonna do? Do I really know? Or do I not know shit? I'm just like figuring it out. I think it's the first one. I like the idea of the lapels, but it feels too samey to what he already is wearing. Like, I'm already really threading that area, so I think I really need to be careful. I need to be careful with what I want to do. I could make it because I want to. It's not giving winter jacket vibes, so I kind of want to give it a hood. I feel like if I give it a hood, it might help with it feeling wintry. Because really, if I were to make this IRL, I would make it out of velvet. Velvet tends to trap heat inside it, and so it's great for coats that are meant to be worn out in cold weather. But given as I am not really texturing these, I am not really attempting to keep them to render them, or else I would take forever. I think I might just have to settle down with the fact that it's just going to have to look what we're just gonna have to imagine it. But what I do want to do is give it like this little. I kind of thought I could like put buttons on it, but do like these kind of buttons where they just kind of stand in a loop, like. Hold on. How do they? Okay, that is a good question for engagement and whatnot. How do you guys draw the number 8? Do you go like this, or do you go like this? Or are you one of those crazy people who just goes like that? I prefer to draw 8s like this, just because it's easier. But it is true that if you want to get a nice 8, you kinda gotta put the effort of making it of going the roundabout way about it, because it kind of just creates a prettier look. It's a tad more consistent is what I'm trying to say. But do you see what I mean? I kind of want like this infinite loop that it catches the button and it just closes, you know? It's not like the most, how would you call it? It wouldn't be the most cute thing ever. It would not be like very secure. But for this kind of stuff, you don't really need it to be secure. It's a cape after all. It's kind of supposed to like flow loose in your body. I'm looking at reference pictures. Give me one sec. Okay, so if we're making this so it has a hood, right? I could maybe just hold on. Let me cook. I need to erase this right now. I have ideas. The ideas are finally flowing. My brain is growing. So we're gonna stick with that. We're gonna stick with this color because I like that color. It's a Peter Pan color. For those who don't know, a Peter Pan color is just, it can come in different shapes, right? Not shapes. It can come in different lengths and sizes. But a Peter Pan color is essentially just, let me put it right here. Is this kind of color? You know, a very rounded color. That's what it's called. A Peter Pan color. It just kind of looks like this. You normally see it on kids wear. So I want to go for a Peter Pan color just because I feel like it would kind of fit the vibe of, again, Victorian child. But can we give it both? Okay, I kind of want to make it bigger. Just a bigger Peter Pan color. Hold on, how is it the reference? The reference is just... It's not that tight around the neck on that reference. It's actually kind of loose. Well, it's supposed to fit stuff underneath. So I guess it will be more around here-ish, where it would start. I've been so stuck with like songs of the past recently. And that makes me sound so old, but I mean songs like Madonna or Marilyn Monroe, right? Particularly Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend has been like stuck in my head for like the past 10 days. I'm not joking, it is a really good song, man. If I had the book of chords, it would be over for you hosts. It would truly be over for every single one of you. And every single person who has ever doubted me, it will be over for all of you. So you are lucky that I cannot sing for shit. That is too big of a color, actually. I don't want it to be that big. I'm not in love with this, but let me see where it gives me. It's mostly just the way that I made the color is not giving what it's supposed to be giving. It's not giving. Just make it smaller. Too big. That's what she said. But I prefer a man who lives and gives expensive jewels. Sorry. Brain. Concentrate. Concentrate on the task ahead. And now the good thing about this though is that it having a color, I can do a little cheeky thing and give it a ruffled color under it. That looks awful. Hold on. Hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone. You know what? I'm gonna look up the shape first. And then we can get into details of how it's supposed to look later. Rocks was their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I wonder how people who like stream art every single day, how do they keep engagement going on? I know that most people who come into like the art category, I hate this. I know that the people who come into the art category, they mostly just come here to just, you know, look at some art and be like, oh cool, you know? So I just wonder, for people who like stream it 24/7, I wonder how they keep engagement going. My answer to that is just ramble until somebody listens to me or they get tired of me. But you know, there's probably other answers, probably more effective answers than what I do. Okay, how is that looking? Am I liking it? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. And that's progress. That is progress. That is progress. Okay, let's do the buttons. Now I can probably do it properly. Like it closing the way it looking like the way I want it to look. There you go. It's a bit cuter than I want it to be, but you know what? Perhaps he's just destined to be cute. He's just a cute boy. I saw this clip the other day of them calling him baby, and it was like, I mean, what did you expect? You look like a baby. A cute baby. There you go. It's kind of giving, right? It's kind of giving, isn't it? I feel like it's giving. A disease is what it's giving. I fucking hate it. It just doesn't feel wintry enough. That's the issue that I'm having right now. It doesn't feel like winter. Then again, though, I couldn't see any other type of day on which you would wear a cape, aside from just a cold day. Or maybe you're a superhero and that's the reason why you're wearing it. I feel like I'm kind of missing a bow here, though. I'm gonna put a bow here. I'm missing a bow. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone. I know what kind of bow I can do here. We're gonna do big bow right here. And then these can actually go like this. I don't really know what this type of bow tie is called. All I know is that these are called drapes, you know? You know, trying to fit the Victorian vibe a little bit more closely. Just a tad bit more closely. Now I feel like this needs to be bigger. Just to compensate for the fact that it's gonna create tangent lines. Oh god. Okay. Guys, the light is flickering. So if it does go out, I sincerely apologize. But I don't think it will, but it is kind of flickering right now, so be mindful that if I disappear, it's not because I wanted to. I didn't run away. I didn't want to go milk. Again, I feel like it's looking a bit too cutesy. And I still got to incorporate those strings that he has on his design. I think they're supposed to like... I think they're supposed to be like on those musical notes things. The partitures, I think that's what it's called. But I'm not really sure how to do that here. Because it would be easier for me to just do them here. Just do it like this. But it would not be any different from what he already has. And I'm trying to make it slightly different. I don't want it all to feel like it's just him but in a coat. Okay, I'm gonna try to give him the hood that I wanted him to have. I feel like it's gonna look weird for the first few seconds of it, but it will be fine, I promise. It will be fine. And if it's not fine, you can blame the system. What system, you may ask? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. That is how you truly know I've run out of things to talk about. It's just like I start saying random shit that who the fuck cares about? I'm not having a fun time with this. Hold on. What if I make this like... Hold on. It will come along. I promise it will come along now. Don't hang me up yet. Don't hang me up. I kind of wanted to have some kind of fur trimming so that it feels slightly more wintry. How will I with this hood though? So many issues that I have right now. I think what I need to do is just look at more references. Oh, wait, hold on. What is this? Oh, that will be too extra. It will be too much, but I kinda love it. Hold on, hold the phone. I'm not really sure he will be this kind of person though. Would he wear that? Thinking hard about this. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it and see how I feel like. So what I just saw is essentially just like big fur lapels. Like they're just furry lapels. Which honestly, I don't think I'm minding right now. Why do I kind of like it? Fuck me. I don't think they look bad at all. Like just big furry lapels. Like they look kinda tacky, but also kinda... They don't look bad at all. Like I feel like this is what I was looking for. Like something different. And then I can probably like add the partitures, add some kind of stitching in the fur. I know that you can stitch on fur,
So just here maybe? Nah. I need to space them better. So this is the one in the middle. We're just gonna do 3. I know he has 4, but I don't have the space for that, Mary. I don't have the real estate. Or do I? I'm not loving it there. I'm not loving it. I'm not mad about this. I'm not mad about this. It is progress, but I need to find a way to be able to put the music somewhere. The music aspect of it. This is gonna end up more extra than Gerard, and that is not what I wanted to do. But at the same time, it's kinda fits because it's Victorian. If you don't know anything about the Victorian period era, particularly rich people in that time, they just wanted to look like walking pieces of clothing. Like they wanted to look like a walking exhibition. Because, you know, that's how you used to flaunt your wealth. You just used to, you know, dress up in impossibly big gowns or stuff like that, so. Where can I put it? Where can I put those things? I could just put it on the ribbon, maybe? Just put it like as add-ons to the ribbon? Either as a pattern or like perhaps just put a brooch. Hold on. Like, let's put a stone here. It is important to have stones in your costume, or else are you truly a Victorian era person? And then this crosses here, like so. No, I'm not loving it. How do I do this? How do I do this properly? Hold the phone. Let me reduce the opacity of this. I just want to do like that half an infinite symbol that he has on his lapels. On the center of this. And then do like, I don't know, the precision stone here. Pretend that that's a stone, okay? Pretend that that's a stone. Let us play pretend. Let us please pretend and pretend that I'm actually know what I'm doing. We can have that right there. Or I could put it sideways instead of, because, you know. Or maybe like this. Ooh, this actually creates more of an interesting shape. Okay, I think I'm gonna put it like that instead. And then we can add to the ribbon. Just add these things right here. These little strings. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep the strings as... I think I'm gonna keep the string as just like part of the patterning, part of the texture. I'm not completely happy about this jewel though. I'm not completely happy about it. I feel like it's looking a tad too symmetrical. Perhaps that is just too big. Either too big or not big enough. That's too big. I'm gonna make it small. Okay, there we go. There we go. think. I'm not really sure. But I'm gonna roll with it because I've been spending way too much time on it. Oh, Lord. I'm still not happy with it. Okay, let's move on from now. Let's move on from now. Maybe, wait. Maybe I can put them... Maybe I can put it as like a brooch that you can put on the side, maybe. On one of the, on like the furry lapels. And then... Follow me here. Don't get lost. Just hold the phone. I'm cooking. I am cooking right now. Do not disturb the cook during the cooking hours. Just like that. I can probably put one more lane. Wait, I think it's gonna illustrate better if I do this instead. Ah, bitch. Hold on. Okay. Like this. Pop. 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 It kind of goes around the cape a little. How does that look like? Does that look bad? I feel like it's a bit too high. Or, if I put it in the middle. No, I don't want to put it in the middle. That's the thing. That's the problem that I was having. Putting it in the middle doesn't look good. I mean, if I just make it bigger, it should be fine. Or, I think it's competing too much with the bow. So I think what I'm gonna do is just make the bow bigger. Bigger, better, and stronger. That is one of the things that I recommend you do when you're like designing fashion. And if you guys want to design anything at all, even for graphic design and character design, is like if something is competing for space in composition, it's either something needs to be bigger or needs to be smaller. So I think I might have to make it smaller actually, because I think that's a bit too big. Perhaps it's just competing with way too much attention for the fur. If that's the case, if we're keeping it like this, then I can probably do a double loop bow. A double loop bow with its little tassels. No, that's looking too cutesy. I don't like it. I'm gonna stay with one. Okay, there we go. Here you go. Okay, I'm actually not too mad at this. I'm not quite sure that it's giving Octavio, but it is giving something. And I'm not mad at it. I think the colors are gonna make it better. I really do. Okay. Now we need to do what is essentially the back of the garment. Like you're supposed to be able to see it a little bit. Like over here. We're just gonna keep it simple. Now, issue that I'm running with right now. I feel like the ruffle trimmed might be too much. Why? Because it's just kind of making it too busy. It's making it too busy. I'm not a fan of too busy stuff. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. So we go like this. Like this. To call back to the original shape that I had going on right here. More or less. More or less. I'm not being too pressed about it. Either that or I just... Hold on, I think I like these shapes better. I think I am pressed about it. Never mind. I am pressed. I am feeling pressed. Sorry that I'm not talking too much. I got in the zone. I got in the zone. I am in the zone now. I am brainstorming. My brain is growing as we speak. So I think it will be better for my brain to finish what it wants to do before I kind of go smooth brain again. Okay, there we go. But the question is, how can we... Ow! Sorry, I didn't mean to smack the mic. How can we incorporate the ruffles somewhere, aside from the neck? Because it's looking real cute on the neck area, but... Should we just do like a line of ruffles, maybe? It's like right above here? Will it look too much? Hold on. Let's just do the lines right here. It wouldn't look like this, but this is even gonna be enough to inform me if it's gonna be too busy. Actually, perhaps we should just do away with the ruffles. But I think the ruffles are like a big part of his design, so doing away with them is it's an interesting choice. How would you guys incorporate them? And where is the question? Because I could see them at the bottom, but it's just at the bottom they're too busy. It's a bit too much. It's a bit too busy for my liking. I think I might have to let the ruffles go. I think. Like, this will be the case if I had a full character design. I would probably put the ruffles somewhere else. Like, probably put them in the pants or something. But because this is just a fashion design, I'm gonna have to let them go. I'm gonna have to let the ruffles go in favor of it not looking too busy. I just wish I could find another way to incorporate them, but I don't know where. Because generally on the bottom they're gonna look bad. I could put them on like maybe the opening right here. Will it look bad though is the question. Because like this opening is kind of supposed to be hidden. But I mean, he's pulling his arms out, so... Maybe when the arms are pulled out, he can have his ruffles. Yeah, but that wouldn't be part of the coat though. That would be more part of the under. Because like again, if I got control of it, I would just put his ruffles on a sleeve. And like a sleeve like so, and there you go. But that will no longer be part of the coat. That would be under and something else entirely. Where else could I put them? Maybe... I'm running out of places to put things. I could just put them like in the trim right here, maybe? Like just as part of the collar situation. I mean, doesn't look bad per se. I'm just not too fond of it right now. That's the issue. I'm not feeling it, mama. And I'm not seeing any references that would help me figure this out. So I think we might just have to let the ruffles go. Unfortunately. I really don't want to. Because I mean, they don't look bad. They don't look bad there. It's just... I feel like it wouldn't make sense. Like, on the actual like if you were to make this into an actual garment, it just doesn't feel like it makes sense. This will probably, if I had to make this in real life, it would probably be more on the expensive side. There's a reason why Lolita stuff tends to be really expensive. And OG is not different. OG is also very expensive. But let me see what I can do with these, and if I don't like them, to hell with it. No, I already tell that I'm not liking them, so I'm just gonna let them go. It was a nice thought. It was a nice thought, but it's just unfortunately it's not working out. Put one bigger lip here and call it a day. That's fine. I'm not satisfied with this. Like, I like it, but it's missing something. What could it be though? I mean, I could add like a cape on top of a cape situation, just like this. Oh, if I do that, I'll be able to add the ruffle here. It will be similar to gold bullets, but not quite the same. We're just gonna do it right here. I'll worry about the actual shape once I'm through it. Oh, it looks kind of ugly though. Perhaps if it's just like open instead. Like I like it there, but for some reason I stop liking it when it's like full. I think mostly the reason why I'm not liking it is just because I see no seam where this would go. It was a nice thought, but I don't think it's working. Because there's capes like that have like a double cape situation going on. But they're not the same type of cape that I'm going for. Like this, maybe this one will actually be open here. This is more and more Victorian child cord, not gonna lie. Like the more I go along with it, the more it looks like that. Oh, and if I do that, then maybe I could add it here. Maybe it won't feel so weird to add the plated look here. Yeah, that doesn't feel bad. Even if I make it a full thing again. I could just make it here on the sides, perhaps. Actually, I like that. I like that. I'm not mad about it. I feel like it looks good. But I feel like it cuts in a really weird angle. Why am I having so many issues? Normally I don't have this many issues designing things. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I should not get too hung up about it unless I want to spend an eternity on it. I could also just do one of these here. You know, keep it on theme. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know that I'm being really flaky with it. It's just, oof. I'm not really in love with it, and that might be an issue for later. Perhaps if I just keep it plain instead. It's just the way that it's laying right now is not really convincing me, and I think that's mostly to do with the way that I drew it, rather than to do something to do with the actual idea of it. Cause I don't like it cut enough in a weird angle. That's the thing about designing clothes and whatnot, is that you gotta be careful on the way that it cuts the body, because if it can make it look really unflattering if you're not careful. That's why when people say that you should buy things that fit you, is not so much. Oh yeah, the artist is starting. Sorry, Tiny Whale. I didn't see I didn't see you there. I'm so sorry. How long have you been there? Ah, the art is arting. Yes, the art is indeed arting. Ah, Lord. Maybe I should take a break. Maybe I should take a break. I've been concentrating way too much on the art. I'm sorry. Are you still around, Tiny Whale? I'm sorry for not paying attention to you at the moment. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. I know that I've been like so far into my own thoughts that I kind of like ignore the fact that I am live right now. Oh Lord. I feel bad now. I feel bad. I'm so sorry. I hope you weren't waiting long. When did you send this? Can I see the timeline? How long has it been since you sent that? Not too long. It was like 10 minutes ago. Still though, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. This is why I want to have another monitor again, because like a single monitor is too much for being drawing and paying attention to the I'm paying attention to chat, unfortunately. Man, I feel really bad now. I'm so sorry if you guys have been trying to get my attention on the YouTube chat. It's just mostly when I open when I'm drawing, it's a little difficult to pay attention to both chat and my art at the same time. So I really do apologize. Mostly, again, it's mostly because I just have one monitor. If I had two, it would be easier. I was able to do it when I had two monitors, but then one of my monitors decided to go to kaput. So then again, if I did have two monitors, I wouldn't have the space for my mic right now. So I need a bigger desk. Ay. Hold on. Give me 1 sec, guys. I need to get up. My back is killing me. Jesus fuck. My back hurts so bad. Ow.
Fuck me, dude.
I've been shrimping too much. I've been shrimping. Okay. I think I'm feeling better now. My back is still hurting though. I might have to end stream soon. Fuck my back. Ow. Oh, fuck me. Jesus, my back. Hello? Why is my... We love the tracking. We love tracking. How much is an iPhone again? Because I might want to buy one if the tracking's gonna be that bad on the camera. Okay. I don't think I can... Oh god, my back is actually really killing me right now. Fuck me. I think it might have to be a shorter stream, guys. Oh Jesus. Oh god. I think I pulled a muscle. Oh, that hurts. Why? Yeah. We might have to end it short here, guys, because I think I've been shrimping too much. I didn't put myself in a good position for me to be drawing for a long time. Oh lord. Oh, that hurts. Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah, no. I need to lay down.
So yeah, I am so sorry to be cutting this short. And again, really sorry, Tiny Whale, for not paying attention to you like 10 minutes ago. I really need to work that on that. I'm so sorry, honey. So yeah, I'm going to be sending you guys over to someone else right now, because my back hurts a lot. I think I'm gonna be sending you to Neko Mickey. I haven't seen Mickey in a while, and she's such a good friend. So you guys better go with her and let her know that Sakura appreciates her. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later. See you next time. Bye-bye.